Today on review we are looking at Fez for the Xbox 360 Live Arcade, which you can get for 800 points, or also known as $10. Fez is a very interesting indie game. It had been in development for a couple years now, and more or less had been eyed by many, and won so many awards for the best indie games of like GDC and many other conferences. But here we are now at the release of Fez, and do it live up to the hype? Honestly, the answer is yes. Fez do have some problem, but before we get to that, let me tell you what the story of Fez is all about. You, of course, play as a little guy who have found out that it seemed the dimension around him is starting to be whipped in half, and go on a quest to collect 34 to 64 magical cubes, which in return will end up sealing away the dimension brittle and end up fixing everything around you. And that's pretty much all you will get story-wise. Fez is not really about the story. About the feeling itself. Fez is mainly a 2D platformer puzzle game. The only difference here is that of course you gain the ability to turn the environment around you 360 degrees, and in return you use it to of course manipulate platforms and solve puzzles to collect another cube to actually seal away the dimension split, and overall just solve puzzles. And on top of this, you will also gain little maps that you will end up using to solve puzzles, to collect any well items such as translators and other random little knick-knack to help you on your journey throughout Fez. The main point of Fez is of course mainly to collect the pieces, with 2 endings depending on how many pieces you actually collect by the end of it. But sadly, Fez do have some problems here and there. Mainly, the main problem that Fez has is every now and again, it just have glitches throughout. Might it be falling through geometry of the land, or a little slowdown between transforming from one area to the next. And every now and again you will actually be caught in a dead loop, which in return the only way out of it is of course to reboot to the Xbox dashboard to then go back into the game. Sadly, this do happen a lot, which can kind of bring down the feeling. But when Fez is acting quickly, this is a fun game across the board. And with so many collectibles within the game, you will closely become a collector of might it be normal cubes, artifacts, or other random items that is spread out through the game. And of course, also you have a little character with you that will of course help you and make reference to games like Zelda Ocarina of Time, and in some way also throw back to many other Zelda games, from finding chests that will unlock key to get into new areas, and open warp zone to other areas throughout the game. And of course you have a map helping you throughout, which is of course can get a little confusing to actually figure out what you're doing, but once you wrap your head around how it works, it's actually fairly useful, and in most cases actually do a fairly good job of actually keeping up with which area do you got all the cubes, which one have puzzle, locked door, and so on. The game across the board is fantastic. Any of the glitches slightly kind of interfere with the game overall. And thanks to that is the reason I have to give Fez for the Xbox 360 a 4 out of 5.